Which sentence has incorrect subject-verb agreement? As a quick review, in general, subject-verb agreement refers to when a verb receives an S or not. If the subject is I, you, we, or they, the verb does not receive an S. If the subject is he, she, or it, the verb does receive an S. So we have she eats, but they eat. It sounds more complicated than it is, and most of the time you can get by with simply a good ear for what sounds right in English. With this in mind, let's take a quick look at the subjects and verbs in our choices. A. Sentence 2. Only this time there were no crew on board. The sentence is a little trickier than our usual sentences. In this case, our subject is actually the word there. In terms of verbs, there can be paired with was or were. In a case like this, it actually depends on the rest of the sentence to determine the correct structure. Reading on in the sentence, we can see that the were is connected to the word crew. There were no crew. Although crew refers to a group of many people, and therefore one might think it's plural, it's actually the name for the entire unit and is used as a singular noun. This being the case, crew can be simplified as it, which we see receives an S with its verbs. However, our verb in this sentence is were, with no S. It should be there was no crew on board. As we can see, this subject-verb agreement is incorrect. This is likely our answer, but we can take a look at the other choices if we'd like to be cautious. B. Sentence 7. We still don't know exactly what happened. Our subject here is we, which we see doesn't receive an S, paired with the verb don't, or do not, with no S, as opposed to the singular does not. As all is in order here, we can mark this choice as incorrect. C. Sentence 9. The broader purpose of the endeavor is to collect data related to climate change, plastic pollution, and animal conservation for marine scientists. The subject here is the purpose, or it, which we see receives an S. And indeed, our verb is has an S, as opposed to the plural are. As this is correct, we can mark this choice off. And D. Sentence 12. It's lonely, it's distant, it's isolated, and it's fraught with danger. The subject and verb in this sentence are actually one word here. It's. A contraction of it is, the word it's contains both the subject, it, and the verb is. And as we can see that it receives an S and is has an S, we can mark this choice off and mark our original answer, choice A, as our final answer.